leather gloves, we're slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick. He's chasing the deer that circle the lips. Play ball, play ball. Load up the bases and smack it right over the wall.
Play ball.
Play ball.
All right. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Laughter Saves Lives Live. You can do that. Ready? Go. Live. You can say it too.
Oh, okay. Live.
You better say it. You say it better by yourself.
Okay.
Live on Strong Island Television. We're in Paradise Studios in beautiful Massapequa, New York. I'm a unicorn. I got to tell you, because I don't know if it looks like a unicorn, and I'm sweating my petunias off already. Welcome to our sponsor is Barasch and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community. Thank you, Michael Barasch, for supporting us, and we are going to be honoring him at our big 11/22 Virginia LaRocchia Almost Gala in memory of my mom. All our shows are in memory of my guys lost on 9/11 and because of 9/11. But this show is a little bit special because my mom was my biggest fan. She started about 10 years ago. You know, time flies.
Yeah.
Sometimes somebody told me, oh, yeah, your mom, how long ago did she die? And I was like, oh, it was like 6 years ago. And my family's like, it's 8 years ago, 9 years. Goes by so fast.
Goes by real fast.
But, it's cool. I think I mentioned it last week. Is this uneven?
Yes.
Straighten.
Can
you straighten it? Can you straighten it?
Yes.
Okay.
There you go. You're good now.
Oh, that looks cool. She was my biggest fan and a great laugher and a great mom. You know what I mean? She just was happy being a mom. She didn't need to do anything else in her life. Like I like being a dad and a grandpa, but I want to do other things, obviously, right? She was just so happy being a mom and a grandma, you know? So it's so nice when I get to go up there and speak about her for 5 minutes. Nah, I don't do 5 minutes, but a few minutes because I never get to talk about my mom in front of people. So that's
you get
so
to
cool.
Share her.
Yes.
And then
yes.
she's there with you again. So
and
special.
Just like we say when we read the 9/11 names, the guys and stuff, they're never forgotten if you mention their name, right? As long as their name keeps being mentioned, they're never forgotten. So let me go to that. And I lost my dad the other day.
We talked about that has a lot of meanings. You have to explain.
My dad didn't pass away. No, I see what you're saying. I went up to visit him in his what I call college dorm, his new assisted care facility up in the Poconos, where my sisters live. So it's a trip for me. So I went up there the other day and I said, hey, you want to go to Dick's Sporting Goods? I got to buy sneakers because he likes to walk around. It's bright. He talks to people with the card.
Yeah.
No, he says, I want to stay in the car. I go, I didn't come up here to shop. I came up here to see you. No, go ahead, go. So I go in. I'm gabbing. Hey, Patrick, it's Johnny Plug time. And I go out of the store and he's not in the car. And the walker's still in the car. He should be walking out the walker because he falls a lot. He just falls a lot, right? So I'm looking at the parking. I go back in the store. He ended up, because he had to go to the bathroom, going back in. He ultimately grabbed the cart to wheel.
Okay,
but,
good. So it's something.
Yeah, but he did fall yesterday again. Ended up in the ER, but he's fine.
Okay.
He's fine. I did we have some great guests tonight. And Karen and Jimmy here from the Janet Selinsky Foundation. Great people. One night, I get there, and I'm not dressed. I'm not a big dresser. I'm not like, you're a class act.
Thank you.
You know, just
I have to dress up, though.
I know, but you're a beautiful class act. Me,
Thank
I'm
you.
just I'm a t-shirt and jeans type, you know. But it was a nice event, so I said, let me bring my nice shirt. I brought my jacket, nice, you know. But I didn't want to wear it in the car or when I eat, so I had a t-shirt on when I walked in.
Because you make like messes.
Oh,
right?
without a doubt. And I had my t-shirt on, and everybody's dressed, and it's, you know, immediately I stand out because I have a t-shirt on. I'm like, oh, shoot, let me go back and dress with it. And they bring a tray of lamb chops out in the cocktail hour. I love the lamb.
And you went for...
I said, I can't. I just walked in. It's like, oh, let me have a lamb chop. You can't do it, you know? So I said, all right, let me sit down for 30 seconds. Hey, can I have a lamb chop?
You waited 30 seconds.
Oh, they were great. So I'm gonna tell that again to Karen and Jim. Oh, they were fantastic. You're doing something with the kids at school. You're tying them up or something. What was that?
I am. I am tying all the children up
and leaving.
in Lido. No, I am a class mom. So tomorrow I am going to school and I am going to let the kids wrap each other up in toilet paper.
Fun.
They're going to be funny mummies.
I love it.
And I want to.
Did you come up with this or you researched this? So let me find something fun to do. Like
No,
Google?
I just thought it would be something that
Fun.
I would want to do.
Yeah.
Because when you go to bridal showers, sometimes they want you to make wedding gowns
Yeah,
out
I
of
do that
toilet
all the time.
paper.
I go to bridal showers all the
I
time.
know it's what you do. So we're gonna make funny mummies, and they're gonna wrap each other up. And then I went and I got all these silly props like witches' hats and boas, and I got these little German
fun.
braids, and so they're gonna decorate each other, and then they're gonna hopefully let me walk them into another class, and we're gonna have them
Love
pick
it.
who's the funniest.
Who's the
mummy?
funniest
Who is
mummy?
the funniest.
Oh,
toilet
that
paper
is
mummy?
great. That is great. And we mentioned that you said you don't go to bridal. You don't go to bridal shower. You go to bridal showers. Quickly mention you have a business,
Yes,
and the name of the business in Massapequa is,
bridal reflection.
and you do bridal gowns, dresses, what do you
Wedding
call them?
gowns,
Wedding
mother's
gowns,
gowns.
right?
And,
And that's why you go to a lot of these things.
well, I don't go to there.
Oh, that's true. Yes, Butch is on. Yes, Butch.
Hi, you know me, I don't like to come on, but we have a lot of new viewers. So I thought maybe,
Oh,
since they think you're a unicorn, why don't you tell them what you used to do and why we have that picture up behind you?
behind me is a very, oh, I can't see it here. It's green screen. Behind me is a very, like you should know that by now. This is my old firehouse. Hazmat 1 Squad 288. My second firehouse when I was on the jab, right? That's what they say. Say, you want a jab? Say, jab.
When I was working with the gays.
With the guys and the brothers and the sisters. This is 19th Street, right off. I'm sorry, that was my first house. This is in Maspeth, right off the Long Island Expressway. This is where I responded out of on 9/11, and many guys who left that house on 9/11 never returned. So we put that picture up behind us as another way to remember the guys lost and my friends lost. And we always have Tommy's picture here, my best friend who was lost. We always have his picture there. So if I don't know if you heard my alarm going off when my glucose,
only like 16 times.
Yeah, when my glucose takes readings, I got the new thing with the thing on my arm. So it's cool because it'll tell me like, is it going up? Is it going down? And I'll go, oh, what did I just eat? Don't eat that again. So my daughter has taken it to a new level now. She has decided she wants to try to cook healthier and with sugar. So she will cook something and then tell me to eat it. And Dad, come back in an hour and let's see what your glucose levels are.
Guinea pig.
I don't think it's supposed to work that way.
There's a whole big bowl of candy right over there.
Yeah, see, they were offering it to me to guilt it into it, and they guilted, but I didn't eat it.
But like the good stuff.
I won't eat it. I'm so good with candy.
Did you see that?
I'll eat dark chocolate. That I'll eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a dark chocolate guy. But
No,
that I won't eat.
Reese's peanut butter.
I
cups
know,
and peanut butter
but I won't eat it because
M&Ms.
you know what? I'm getting smart because I know what it's going to do to me, and I know it could affect my health.
Okay.
Not that I'm, that big, but why? Why? So I'm good with that
I
stuff.
won't tempt you. I don't have really much medical experience here. I don't need it. I don't need a situation.
I ate a blueberry muffin the other night, too late. You can't eat late. That my daughters brought back from apple picking. They stopped at one of those places. My sugar went up so high that I was drinking water and walking in place in the living room until 2:00 in the morning to get my, well, because you got to exercise after. You can't eat late and then go to bed because it doesn't dissipate. So I was up like I was scared to death. I'm like, oh my God, that was stupid. Who do we got there? Can you read that? I can't read that. Hello.
What it says, John, is Rich looks great in his costume and has a little kitty cat. What I think maybe you should do is introduce the woman to your left instead of just starting the show.
I'm
Why
Rosie.
don't you say something? Wait, let me pronounce. She wrote down. She knows me.
He can't. You know how many times he said my name wrong already?
She knows me only a few weeks and she writes down the pronunciation of her name because she knows I'm an idiot. Rosie Fiumara. And I'm Italian. These things should roll with me.
No, Yuki.
Fiumara.
It's terrible.
Now make it roll. Make it roll. How you would say it? Like,
Fiumara.
Is it Italian?
Yes.
It's Italian.
Yeah.
Fiumara.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
It's very good. Much better than
Take that.
before.
Yeah, take that.
Now, do we have a minute? I have something.
We have 1 minute.
I have something for you.
Go. Oh, I can't believe you have something for
I
me.
have something for
This
you.
is so exciting.
This is
it
from-
a better costume?
No, yes,
Oh,
actually.
It is.
This is from a very good friend of mine
Okay.
named Frankie Heel. Hi,
Don't
Frankie.
you say, hey, Frankie. Frankie's going to be my best friend, I think.
Frankie
Oh, my God.
runs the FDNY hockey team.
Can I take it out?
He is one of my favorite human beings on the planet.
And mine now. Frankie! Oh, my.
And that has all the names of the guys that
Oh, my
perished on
God.
9/11, and it was what the guys wore on the ice for the FDNY NYPD
You're going to
game.
make me cry.
And
Ray FIFA Foundation.
You have this, but also someone that's almost as cool as you has one that we brought to
You.
And Bobby, that is Frankie and Eddie Vedder, and he wore it on the stage in Camden, which I'd like to say Philly, but it was really Camden, but we'll say Philly. And we got to be
God,
VIPs,
this is so awesome.
and
I'm going to put this on.
Frankie is just an amazing person. He's an ex. You don't know who Eddie Vedder is?
Thanks, Bob.
I don't know if I can.
I
be
shook
here
my head
anymore.
like, I know what she's talking about. And Bobby comes around the thing. He never comes for any other show. I guarantee
Like,
you.
what music do you listen to?
What,
Like
Hodges
yacht,
Family?
You listen to like yacht, like.
I'm a simple
rock?
man. I'm a simple man. I like Miley Cyrus.
Oh,
I know.
Actually,
I like Miley Cyrus.
I do like Miley Cyrus.
I like
She's got
Lady
amazing
Gaga.
voice. I like her too.
Barbra Streisand.
All right, okay.
But no, I don't listen to heavy metal or heavy rock or anything like that. We have some great guests tonight. This is awesome. I can't thank you enough.
Listen.
We're going to talk more about this.
We wanted you to have it.
Oh my God, he doesn't know how much this means to me. We're going to break because we have some great guests tonight. So we will be right back.
If you spent time downtown on 9/11 or in the 8 months after, you were exposed to toxic air and may be eligible for compensation from the $10 billion 9/11 Victim Fund. But most people who qualify still haven't claimed what they're entitled to.
I worked downtown. I didn't die. I was an office worker. I felt like there were others who deserved the money more than I did.
A major reason people haven't claimed the money they're due is guilt. They feel guilty claiming funds when others died or were first responders.
I heard there were 9/11 funds, but because I wasn't a first responder, I did not apply.
You do not have to be a first responder to qualify. This fund was created for everyone who worked, lived, or attended school south of Canal Street, who may have experienced or have experienced respiratory illness or any of the 68 cancers linked to the toxins. Even if you have a family history of cancer, there is a presumption linking most cancers to the toxins.
I thought it was too late to make a claim. My spouse worked downtown at a bank and died of cancer. Honestly, I just haven't felt up to it.
The government's $10 billion Victim Fund and Health Program have been permanently extended. You just need to have been below Canal Street on 9/11 or at any time in the following 8 months. To see if you qualify, call or go to 911fund.com to speak to a representative of Barasch and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community.
There are many reasons people who are eligible for compensation are not stepping up to claim it. To those who are holding back, I would say just take the first step. Ask for help. Make the call. It's not too late.
I called and I qualified.
I qualify.
I qualify.
Millions of dollars remain unclaimed. You do not have to be seriously ill to qualify.
And we're back to Laughter Sex Lives Live. I got my new costume on. I took the Yukon off because I'm going to be
It's really warm in here.
interviewing someone. Because I'm going to interviewing some wonderful people and I can't do it with a horn on.
No.
But this is the coolest gift I've gotten in a long time. Really cool. Thank you. We got to thank him.
Thank Frankie.
We got to call Frankie.
Yes.
So we're going to bring Sarah in. He's saying he's in the waiting room, Jim, but I don't see him. So I'm going to share this with Butch. We can bring Sarah in. Bring Sarah in. And I'm going to share this if I can figure out how to do. Sarah, smile! No, that's the song, right? Yes. I met a Sarah. I told her I didn't know Sarah Smile. Hello, Sarah.
Hi.
And pronounce your last
I
name.
smiled.
No. That's the song, Sarah Smile. You're always smiling. You have the best face.
You do. You have such a beautiful smile.
Thank you.
She's freaking awesome, this girl. I met her the other night at, am I pronouncing that correctly, by the way? The Janet Zielinski?
Yeah, you got it.
Thank God I'm pronouncing somebody's name right.
Yeah.
Right?
That one.
So we have to figure out how to get Jim and Karen in here. But I met Sarah at we had a really nice week left to Saves Lives Foundation. 2 weeks. We went out to York, Pennsylvania to support the Bruce Bartz Foundation, which deals with post-traumatic stress. His son committed suicide after the military, got out of the military. So we went out there and we supported them and had a great night. And then last Thursday, we met this young lady. She was sitting in the front as I was on stage on her freaking phone.
I was not on my phone. Stop saying that.
All right, whose phone were you on?
I don't think I was on my phone.
All right, it wasn't you then. It was probably your sister. Sitting right up front. And I, playing a little bit, talking to them. And then I met her dad after the show. Could you explain what the fund does, the Janet Zielinski Fund?
Okay, so the Janet Zielinski Fund is a fundraiser in memoriam of Janet Zielinski. She was a young girl who sadly passed away from cardiac arrest because of a lack of an AED on site. So her parents very nobly stepped up and made it a law in New Jersey called Janet's Law, where they require every school K through 12 to have an AED defibrillator accessible at all times. And that actually happened. She passed away actually in my town. My brother was on the football field. And then coincidentally, that is the law that ended up saving my life. So we like to fundraise and we donate AEDs and we train people in CPR the way they're ready and all that fun stuff.
Do you now? Can you explain what an AED actually does?
Sure. I mean, it starts a heart. If somebody goes into cardiac arrest, it's kind of like if you ever see the hospital shows where you go clear, but portable. So you put the pads on and it sends electricity through the body and it starts a heart.
And if it's the same type where I used to use when I was on the JAD, when I was on the fire department, it talks you through it. It tells you.
Yeah, it speaks to you. Yeah. I went. That happened my junior year of high school, my senior year of high school. We were learning CPR and had to use it. And I was like, oh, no, I'm fine. And then I heard the voice and I was like, nope, I can't. But it does tell you exactly how to do it.
Yeah. And what's cool about it is, I mean, if somebody's having an issue, you want to help them. You want to save their life.
Didn't they just pass this law in New York?
I don't know. Do you know about the New York version of the law?
I do not. They might have done because Damar Hamlin.
Yes,
the football player from the Buffalo Bills.
That's right.
About. Excuse me one sec. There is a technical issue. I am taking care of it, and we should have everybody in about a minute.
Okay, thanks.
Perfect.
So when you were 16,
mm-hmm.
You were doing what? What sport were you? You were in gym, right?
I was in gym, but we were in an adventure ed portion of it. So there was like ropes and stuff in the trees and we like hoisted each other up. And I was trying to go down the zip line and I went down a different way.
and what were you, can you tell the people what you were feeling and what transpired, how they saved you, so to speak?
I don't really, okay. So here's my thing. The brain's a funny thing because it blocks out like literally that like entire week for me. Like I don't really remember from what I was told because unfortunately it did happen in school in front of my peers. Basically, like I was climbing up and I was like, oh, like I'm gonna faint, guys. Like I don't feel good. Like I was feeling lightheaded and I just wasn't okay, I guess. And I was telling them I'm gonna faint. And they're like, no, you're fine. I told them though I'm probably gonna say a bunch of crazy stuff, so I don't actually have to do this because I was nervous to do it. Like, no, you're fine. And then I let go of it. but I didn't let go of it. So they're like, oh, like she fainted. And a girl in my class was an EMT and her whole family's firefighters. She climbed up and like got me down, and then she felt my pulse and there wasn't one.
Wow.
And then I went into cardiac arrest. So someone ran to go get the nurse with the AED. They did that like 4 or 5 times, and then I was back.
Wow. How long was it, do you know, by the time they got the AED from when you
Not exactly. I want to say like maybe like 2 to 3 minutes.
Oh, that's great.
Which is a long time for your heart to be. It doesn't sound like a long time, but when your heart stopped, it's a long time.
So now, do you do any speaking for the fund or for?
Every once in a while, I want to get more. As I get older, I realize how important it is for me to really get involved. Like last year, I gave a speech there. I've given after the Damar Hamlin thing. There's another fund that works with the Janet Fund, and they do a lot of the same thing. They're more of like a company, but they did like speeches for school nurses to kind of explain how important it is to be trained in this. And I spoke about that a couple of times. I haven't done much. My first time really getting into it.
Perfect timing. So now we have Jim and Karen. Hey, Jim and Karen.
How you doing?
Hey, how are you?
So you guys, I'm sorry we got you late. We had a technical problem there. So you started this fund because your daughter passed away, correct?
Right.
At 10 years old. First of all, I'm very, very sorry for your loss. I could not imagine. And the other thing is, I can't imagine coming back from that and doing the great work that you guys do. You are awesome people.
Amazing.
I mean, it's amazing. So go through a little bit what happened and then how you started this and why. But obviously, I guess I could say why, but I could see why. But we'll start from there.
Well, you want to talk about the night of?
Yeah. So we were involved in Pop Warner football and cheer, and it was all taking place at the same field and complex. My daughter, I happened to be coaching the cheerleading, and they went for a jog around the field. She was basically talking to me 1 minute saying she was hungry, and the next minute the cheerleaders ran to come and get me and said that she was laying on the field, and I at first I thought it was her ankle, and then one of them blurted out that she wasn't moving, and immediately I was there beside her, and somebody was already administering CPR. We didn't have a defibrillator, and it was just really chaotic. And I think what we learned from that was that it does in small towns where we have volunteer squads, it takes a while for help to get there. And that you really need to be prepared to administer the help yourself. And the hospital was really far away, so everything just took a really long time.
Yeah.
And she was without a heartbeat for upwards of 40 minutes. So
anything that could have went wrong.
Yeah, basically we saw a lot of things go wrong. And then afterwards, as grieving parents, we just knew that we had to do something to make it so that other parents and families wouldn't have to go through what we went through. And that's when we started pretty much immediately after trying to get Janet's law passed.
Yeah. I'm chuckling because she said she didn't want to talk tonight. And so
you told me to go, so I'm going.
Listen, it's funny.
Thank you, Karen. I'm glad you did speak up. Thank you.
What's funny about a lot of this is we always get the question. I'm turning up my mic so I can hear you guys.
How old, Jim, just tell us, how old was your daughter and how long ago did this happen?
She was 11 and it was 18 years ago.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. the law, it's funny because when we were talking about it, we're like, how come there's no law that says there has to be an AED there, or even that coaches have to be trained in CPR? I mean, we lucked out that one of the other coaches there, cheer coaches there, was a pediatric trauma nurse. So she immediately knew what to do. The only thing I could do, to be honest with you, once a kid told me what was going on, I was just screaming, don't quit. Come on, don't quit. I was useless. And as a dad, that your job is to protect your kid. And, I'm going to be honest with you, I felt like I didn't. So I said, that helpless feeling, I was never going to feel that again. And that's when we kind of said that we got to do something. And, Sarah's living proof that our efforts are worth it. I mean, I see Sarah, and I tell her all the time when I see her that there's a reason. God has a plan for her, and I truly believe that. But, for us, I couldn't look another father in the face and not do something. I know she couldn't look another mother in the face. The hardest thing I had to do in my life is tell my son about his sister, who was his hero, and so we had to do something. And that's, when you get a very, two stubborn people, and one who's not as polite as this one, we get things done because I refuse to take no for an answer. The average law in New Jersey takes 7 years to get passed, and we got it done in 6 years. Now, people still say 6 years. Well, trust me, we sent a package of over 5,000 signatures to every senator, state senator, and state assemblyman in the state of New Jersey. We went down to Trenton, how many times? 12 times.
You think something like this would be a home run, like,
right
in 3 months? Hey, this makes sense.
Common sense.
6
Yeah.
years.
The interesting thing is when laws go in, you have 2 years in New Jersey to get them going. And if they don't pass, you have to start all over again because it's a new legislative session going in.
And over that time, I don't want to get too dramatic or too, but over that time, was there obvious cases where children passed away where this would have saved their life?
Yeah, you know what? We can never prove that, but yes, in our hearts of hearts, we know that was the case. There were situations.
The best chance at survival is having an AED there and accessible within 3 minutes.
Yep.
So anything over that, the survival statistics drop drastically.
Yeah. So about every minute without intervention is it less of a 10% chance of survival.
Right.
Jim and Karen, if I can ask you one question, and I think it's really important we let people know. There are people who know what an AED is, and there are people who are going, what the hell is an AED? So if you wouldn't mind explaining what an AED is, I think that would be great for our viewers.
So it's called an automatic external defibrillator. And what it really does is a lot of people think that it starts the heart. What it actually does is it stops the heart and hope that it goes back into normal rhythm again. So think of your heart beating like this. That's normal. But once with a cardiac arrest, your heart's doing this. It's going crazy. Right. It's all shaky.
Right.
When you shock it, boom, it stops for a millimeter and then slowly starts beating normal. That's the goal.
Yeah,
and when you do that within a minute.
Yeah, my experience going back years ago. Hey, Sarah, going back years ago, certified first responder defibrillation. The FDNY, you used to have to wait for an ambulance to come to your house. And if there was an issue like this, you'd have to wait for that ambulance if it was coming from far away. So they trained all the engine companies in the city to respond just for this reason. They can't do transport. They can't do anything else. They just take out the defibrillator, set it up, and hopefully they're there in time, and then they wait for the ambulance to transport. So that's my experience with it. Go ahead. Oh,
the good news is, go ahead.
I was just going to say, and really they've evolved so much over the last 15 years that anybody can use them, right? You don't have to be a paramedic or an EMT to use them. No. If you open it up, it just starts talking. It has pictures. It talks to you. It tells you what to do. It even counts the CPR for you. Yeah. It does literally everything. All you have to do is follow the instructions. And so to know that even if you don't know how to use it and there's one there, like get it and attempt to help the victim, because they have zero chance to survive if you do nothing.
Some of them even are bilingual, so you can switch over to Spanish if you don't understand English.
Right.
And the first thing it tells you to do is call 911.
Sure, that's the first thing to do. Yep, call 911 and then start working, because then the ambulance is on the way.
They really become idiot proof.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that we had the technical difficulty. Is there anything else that you quickly want to add? Because we have our Army sergeant in the wings, and you may want to stay to see this interview. He's awesome. He's a triple amputee, and he's an awesome guy. Is there anything you want to close with? Something you want to leave for people?
I think you were asking earlier about the New York law. There is a law that's named after Louis Oncampora. I believe that only applies to the public schools
and high schools.
Public high schools in New York. I don't think it applies to private, and I'm not sure about the lower grades. And I think the only thing we want to close with is that, Janet's law has saved 30 lives so far. And I'm sure there'll be many more. So her spirit lives on in all of them, like Sarah, who is, getting the opportunity to do lots of amazing
If you want to
things.
learn more about us, janetfund.org, and ask to speak to Karen or me. We'd love to hear from you.
Or Sarah.
Or Sarah, yeah.
What you've done is amazing.
Sarah's our new board member.
Top secret.
Yeah.
Well, next year's comedy show, I'm bringing this one.
I told you,
If you
I
have
have
us
too
back.
many jobs.
What do you mean too many jobs? You're gonna go do the comedy show. You're gonna do. We'd love
We
to
need
come
a girl doing it.
Yeah, we'd love to come back, especially if there's lamb chops.
Yeah.
Good night, guys. Thank you, Sarah.
All right, thank you.
Good
Thanks for
night.
having us.
Bobby, can we just skip the break and go right to our next guest?
That's what I was going to say. He's all ready to.
We're gonna bring out Army Sergeant Brian Anderson. Brian Anderson. That is an easy one. There he is. Hello, brother.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi.
Sorry about the delay.
No worries.
Thank you for being here. Your story is unbelievable. You are a triple amputee, and you're still out there fighting the good fight, doing your thing. You're just simply an inspiration. Tell us a little bit about how you got these injuries and what you did when you got well.
Well, so, I joined the military right before September 11th. I actually, left for basic training on 9/11.
That's right.
And
9/11.
spent 2 years in Iraq. And on October 23rd, just recently, was technically my Alive Day. It's been 19 years since I got blown up. I was just going to a police station, got blown up. I was driving the vehicle, and
Where were you, Brian? What country were you in?
I was in Iraq.
Iraq.
Yeah.
How
and
long
where
did
I
you
got blown
serve?
up was around southeast Baghdad.
Okay.
But that's a whole nother story, and I don't
All right.
really feel like
Important,
talking
right?
about that. But I woke up 7 days later at Walter Reed. My mom was there. My whole family was there. Kind of gave me enough strength to just be like, take it a day at a time, see where it goes. And I don't know. I just kind of got lucky. Had a pretty good attitude. Had a little bit of media coverage. A lot of people got media coverage, but for some reason, people seem to like me, like the LA Times and whatnot. And then all of a sudden, Esquire magazine comes out, says, "Can we do a story on you?" And I was like, "Sure, why not?" Didn't even know who they were at the time. and then they ended up putting me on the cover. And that opened a whole bunch of doors for me.
When was that?
What's that?
When was that?
January of 2007.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, that opened a bunch of doors for me. And for some reason, I felt like I got back to good really quick, right? My mentality, just everything. And I wanted other people to know that it doesn't really matter what they go through in life or whatever, you can get back to good too. And so I wanted to be able to help people. And then I started, looking for foundations to work for. And I worked for USA Cares, which is out of Kentucky, but it's a national organization.
Mm-hmm.
I worked for Gary Sinise Foundation. That's
He's
here
the
in
best.
Tennessee. Yeah, he is.
Lieutenant Diane Band.
He's the best. I
He
love
usually
him.
plays after 9/11 downtown. Well, I don't know if he still does it, but after the Tunnel to
Yeah.
Tower race, he was.
I've been there before. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's Tunnel to Tower, Steven Stiller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did that one. It's amazing.
Yeah. And then also I'm a spokesperson for wheelchair company, Quantum Rehab. I helped test and design new wheelchairs, power chairs, helped create this eye-level power wheelchair, which has changed a lot of people's lives. It's just kind of rolled on from there. And then I also been trying to have fun too. So I started
Why not?
acting and doing stunts and doing stupid
Now, when you
stuff.
say doing stunts, you were in what kind of projects were you in? Is there anything that we could see you in?
Yeah. Well, the first movie I worked on that as a stuntman technically was The Dark Knight, but I was in a vehicle. You wouldn't see me, notice me. Most recently, which was a few years ago still, I did a movie with Adam Sandler and Chris Rock. It's a Netflix movie called The Week Of. And I'm the stunt double of the character that plays the 87-year-old World War II veteran, missing both of his legs. And so, anytime he's getting picked up, tossed around, having things fall on him or whatever, that's me.
Well, didn't you go through enough? You volunteered for a movie where you're going to get picked up and thrown around?
Is that about a wedding?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We filmed it in
Yeah.
Long Island, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's where we are now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, about the wedding, The Week Of. It's pretty funny. And I'd get blown up again. That was to the first stunt coordinator I worked with, I was like, look, I don't care if you blow me up again. Have me standing on prosthetics, have a wire team attached to me, have me blown back and have my legs blown off again. That looked pretty cool, right? I don't know. That's me. I don't know. Maybe there's something wrong with me.
You like him.
I
like
love
him.
I feel like you have taken something that most people would just never come out of, and you've made it the best thing that's happened to you. And
your personality, just listening to you, I wouldn't even know. Just listening to you and how happy you are, and the way you describe things, I would never think that. He's missing arms and legs. You know what I mean? The way that you come across is somebody who really still enjoys life.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And I do, though.
Joy
but
in
I also,
something that is
I'm sorry.
Traumatic.
Yeah. I mean, bad things happen.
Live? Where do you live, Brian?
I'm outside of Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay.
Well, that's why you're so happy. That's the best place I've ever been to in my life.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Oh, I love it there.
Yeah, you've been there.
But
amazing.
I didn't get to see too much of it.
Do everything. I used to be a gymnast. That helped a lot in my life. And with the tools, the power chairs, the wheelchairs. I also play wheelchair rugby.
I saw that.
Great.
Oh, wait, do you have a souped up wheelchair that they don't know? You have an electric one and the other guys don't?
Yeah, they all kind of give me crap about it. like I'm lazy or something.
Yeah.
But I'm like, well, one, I'm kind of contractually obligated to be in one.
So you play like the guys in Murder Ball?
That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That stuff scares the crap out of me. I always feel like they're going to cut each other's fingers off.
Yeah.
Well, the wheels are cantered. And so up high, you're not really hitting your fingers.
What's the guy that's super famous from that sport that has a gold medal and
Mark Zupan?
Yes. I know his brother Jeff very well.
Yeah, very cool. And they're inspirations to us. And there's a guy on my team that was just in Paris, and my coach was the USA coach in Paris.
Yeah, it's hard to. It's brutal. I mean, it's insane. That's like the toughest, crazy. Have you ever seen a game
of wheelchair rugby?
Yeah.
I'm going to say no.
Oh my God! You got to
no.
see these guys are unbelievable. The athleticism, and they're just fearless.
Well, now that I know he plays, I'm sure there's some stuff that we can watch, right, on YouTube or.
Yeah,
right?
They're out there.
There's a whole documentary on it.
Well, look, I was just looking here. I was reading my notes because I prepare way in advance. So while you're talking to him, I'm reading.
You can read
because
holy.
You had a memoir also, No Turning Back.
Yeah.
How many things have you done?
Oh, I just started kind of trying to check different boxes. Like, I want to be an actor. Ooh, check that box.
Why not?
Let's try writing a book. Let's check that box.
And you're a twin.
And you're a twin.
Yes, I am identical.
Identical?
Yeah.
Oh.
And he served in the military also, right?
He did, yes.
Well, number one, this is thank you for your service, and thank your brother for his service. Takes a special person just to sign up. You know what I mean? And what you went through and what you continue to go through with that smile and that energy is inspiration. Is like just it's.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. No worries at all.
I wish you could come to the show. I wanted to invite you as a guest, but you're in Nashville and we're out here in Long Island. We're doing a big fundraiser, and I'd love to have you there, just enjoying yourself and laughing.
Oh, I'm sure that'd be a great time.
Yeah. If we ever come to Nashville, you'll be the first one I call.
Yeah, let me know.
Well,
you're not going to Nashville. You have no taste in music.
Well, no, you put me in the spot. I have some taste. We probably have some crossover. Bruce Springsteen?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Okay. There you go. So thank you. Is there anything else you want to add?
Oh, just keep doing what you guys are doing. It's great. And
you too. You're a complete inspiration. Amazing. I can't believe the things that you've done.
You are a great story. Please keep in touch with us. We'll have you on again. If you're doing anything, you got a rugby thing coming up, whatever you want to just pop in and talk about it, we'd have you just about any time. Anytime.
All right. I'll let you know if we get near New Jersey. Just last weekend we were in Houston, so
all right.
It might happen.
All right. Thanks, Bryce. Sergeant Anderson, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Have a great day, guys.
You too. I guess we can break now, Bob, and we'll be right back.
If you
Hi, I'm Arthur Lee, founder, CEO, and inventor of LifeVac, a simple rescue device that can save a child's life in a choking emergency. All these people were saved with LifeVac. People may not realize that on average, 14 people a day die from choking-related incidents. Every 5 days, one of those is a child.
As simple as place, push, pull.
To learn more, please visit lifevac.net.
And we're back with Rosie.
Sorry.
Fiumara.
It's hot. I needed.
Fiumara. Why don't you bring that big freaking blue cup up here?
Okay, all right.
Butch always gets upset at me when I have my big cups. Rosie, see if he says anything to you. He's always yelling, look at that big cup, Butch. Big blue one. Big blue one. So our next guest, let me tell you something. If I don't see this chick for 6 months, she always is asking about my family. I don't know if she realizes I notice all these little things. Always asking about the kids. And I don't know if she knows it. I'm going to announce it right now. I wanted to surprise her. I hope it's a surprise. She's always saying to me, let's bring on Sandy Ells. Let's bring Sandy on. Let's bring Sandy on. All right. Sandy, is that your cell phone?
Yes, I couldn't get a bigger screen. What do you want me to do? Sideways?
Good. All right. Perfect.
You see me bigger now? Hey.
Yes, I'm very technical.
Rosie, right? Rosie.
Hey.
Hi, Rosie. Hi, John. How are you guys?
A newer comic, and she owns a bridal shop I'm always afraid of saying that wrong. Bridal shop, right?
Yeah.
Class act, this chick.
Thank you.
I always need somebody classy to dress up the show because with me, So I'll make an announcement tonight. I don't think it's not a big deal. You're probably gonna get excited about it. But you're always saying to me, hey, close me. Johnny, would you close me on the show? 11:22 in memory of my mom, the Almost Gala. She's closing the show, this chick. Did you know? Did you know?
You got it. You got it, baby. I'm looking forward to it. That's my honor for you and your mom. You know I love your family.
I know.
It was your son's birthday yesterday.
It
How do I know
was.
this?
It was.
John Jr., right?
I don't know how old he is, 38? No, he's not John Jr. He's John Vincent. I'm John Charles.
All right, but it's all in the family.
Yes.
Thank you.
So
I'm going to be honored. Honored.
I knew you would be, and that's why I was so excited to do this, because I'm like, some comics would go, hey, you headline me, I headline all the time, whatever. She's been doing a lot of shows for me. I like to keep it close to home, so you have to pay the toll in Jersey. So we'll have her coming over to the Long Island side now.
Long Island.
And Johnny's doing the right thing. We got her a hotel room, so after the show, she can take it easy. Come on,
wherever she can.
Am I taking care of this girl?
Rosie, listen. When I got to go to Long Island around Tuesday, I start pooping in my pants, okay? Because the LIE, no restrooms. You should see me veering off the road. I go to the bodega. I don't care. And I meet my fellow people. And I'm like, listen, I got to pee. Let me in there. So Long Island for me, like we got the restrooms. I don't know what's happening on the LIE. I think there's one place to go.
That's
And
it.
it's pretty far out, I think. Pretty far out east.
It's not like the Jersey Turnpike, where you can.
I stop everywhere and always get off the exit for a little Wawa action.
I'm always afraid I'm going to get abducted.
You gotta love the Wawa.
I saw that movie once where they take the person from the lot. Now I'm always like, I won't get out of the car.
But you know what, Rosie, where are they going to take you? To
I don't
Asbury
know.
Park to see Bruce
the trunk?
Springsteen? Jersey's not taking you nowhere. It's Long Island. Let me tell you, you guys have clean streets. I don't know what's going on over there. What do you do with your garbage? Someone told me you send it to New Jersey. I'm like, how is that happening?
Could be on the Belt Parkway. Just keep this in mind. When you pass the pier, there's some really nice porta potties on the pier. I learned the hard way. Really nice porta potties because there's nowhere to stop on the Belt.
All right.
Nice porta potty.
I know.
Hey, Bobby, do we have, since we're talking about it, do we have the flyer for the gala?
We do.
Because Sandy looks really, look at how good Sandy looks on that.
You like my outfit? I look good, right?
Yeah.
That's
Psychedelic Sandy. I'm looking forward to it. Let me tell you, it's every time I do a show with John, and my heart just bursts open because it's like I'm returning to family.
Aww.
I love his wife. I love him. I love the daughter, the sons, the two daughters, the grandkids, your dad. Oh my God. How's dad?
He's doing good. He's moved into what I call his college dorm, the assisted care facility up there. My sisters live 10 minutes away. So I don't get to see him as much as before, but he's doing good. He's doing good. I know you were late for the show. You're traveling. I lost him the other day, though, in Dick's Sporting Goods in Poconos. I'll tell you later on. I said, I lost him.
He's found.
He's found.
All right.
Yeah, he didn't. I keep saying I lost him, and she keeps saying he didn't pass away in Dick's.
He's like, I lost my father this week. I was like,
listen to this. My mom, like I remember in Hoboken, 1 square mile, right? So I would go down to pick her up in front of her house, right? And she'd wander. Like she would never be outside when I had to pick her up. She'd always walk. And I said to my sister, we're going to find mommy on a milk carton because I don't know where she is. They just disappear. They run all over the place, right? So it's kind of fun. Like you said, it's easy to lose them. I lost my mother once in Atlantic City. And I hear her going, San. I'm like, Ma, I don't know where we are. We're in 2 different rows of where the casino is.
That's so funny. Yeah, they keep us on our toes for sure.
Yep, they sure do. I want to thank you for that. I'm so excited now. I got to go run my material, and it's the holiday. It's Halloween, you guys.
Yes.
Are you dressing up tomorrow?
No, you know what? I'm a witch as it is. I have my own broom. That's how I get to the office, you know? I said to my boss the other day, I can't get out of this escape room. She's like, Sandra, you're at work. I'm like, okay.
But do you see any of those trunk or treats? Do you have any opinion on the trunk or treats where you go to a parking lot and people have their trunks open and they decorate it and the kids go and they hand out candy? Have you ever been to one of those?
I have not, but that sounds really interesting.
That's a trunk I wouldn't mind getting trapped in.
Yeah, the boys, the Cub Scouts do that. I know at where Lillian does gymnastics, they did it with the business next door in the big parking lot.
Santa
it's kind of nice, you know.
Santa liked that one.
I like it. You know, listen, and you never know what's in the trunk. Like, again, being half Italian, it could be anything, but you open up a trunk, there could be a man in there for you.
Now, when you say a man in there for you, you talking alive or dead?
You know what? I'm trying not to be too picky, John, because
Like,
it is what it is.
The man.
What is your criteria now?
It used to be breathing with teeth and hair.
Good.
Now it's, you know, now it's even worse. Limbs are up. I can't even, you know what? Now, honestly, I'll take a restless leg. I'll take a lazy eye. You know? I wouldn't take a lazy eye back in the day, but I'll take a lazy eye now. Because if you have a lazy eye, if it's going this way, maybe I look half my weight.
And do you go on any dating sites and put this stuff, or?
I'm very transparent on the dating sites, John, because, you know, you got to be real. I say my real weight, 128. Oh, wait, 228 real weight. And then, you know, things I can't do. I can't wear the sexy lingerie anymore. I used to when I was young. The lace, you know, remember we were kids? I tell the girls, the young girls now, listen, take pictures of yourself now, right? Because now what do I have? What do I have? I have the push-up bra with the material they make the rides out of on Coney Island, okay? That's that. But now I bought a thong. I got a little frisky a few weeks ago. I bought a thong. I put it on. Nice. I still can't find it. I know it's there. I feel it. I'm going to go for a colonoscopy on Tuesday. Next week, I'm going to say, you're up there, look for it. It's like the sail of a ship right now.
I know the last time we met, you had a little experience with a night of popcorn. You were watching a movie or something.
I have to tell you, listen to me. I watch TV, but I watch shows that make me feel good about myself. You know what I mean, Rosie? Yeah. I don't want to watch I don't want to get upset, right? So my issue right now, you know, I feel a little heavy. I watch my 600-pound life. Because I'm heavy, but I'm not being hoisted out of the window heavy. Yeah. You know, Rosie? You know?
There's no crane involved.
You know, like, no, I have bad acne. I've always had bad skin. When I was younger, I used to have like cystic acne. I used to make this up like an eye, go to the disco. I'd still be making out at midnight. I was good. I always had a good personality, right? I watched Dr. Pimple Popper, right? Because I might have bad skin, but I don't have a goiter coming out of my neck the size of the head.
As long as you can make him laugh, it'll take you far.
Listen, and one more thing, okay? One more thing. I'm a little messy around the house, a little messy. I don't do the dishes sometimes, clothes all around. You know what I watch? I watch Hoarders. You know why? Because I might be a little messy, but I don't have a raccoon on my table.
You are too funny. And this is why she's headlining 11/22, the Laughter Saves Lives Virginia LaRocchia Almost Gala. My friend Sandy Ells. Where are you going to be this weekend, Sandy?
This weekend, well, last weekend I was over at the Jockey Hollow Club in Morristown.
Yeah, but we can't see you last weekend. Where are you going to be this weekend?
This weekend, I just have like a private shower in Hoboken. I do like a lot of the young kids stuff, you know, the young kids where they have the old Italians in the corner and the families here, and then they have the younger kids over here. So I play to the older people. But and then 2 weekends, I'm going to be in Pennsylvania at Comedy Cabaret and a bunch of things out there in the Philly area.
Website where they can find you?
www.sandyailers.com.
Good night, Sandy. Thank you so much.
Take care, you guys. Bye now.
Get to meet you with the
we'll see you on the 22nd.
I need to go to the bridal shop, okay? You got to let me know.
Street. We
right
can
across
walk
the
there.
street.
Any grooms get jilted, I'll be waiting in the wings.
I had one today.
Sandy else, clap for Sandy.
Bye, guys.
All right. You know what? We had some technical difficulties, and we got through it
Listen,
smoothly.
it's part of the process.
Well, because you're calm. When we went to commercial, I was going kooky, but you kept me calm.
No, you can't freak out.
I know. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. We're going to the diner, 1122, the Laughter Saves Lives, Almost Gala. Check it out on the website. Good night, everybody.
Thank you for
Buy a
having me.
ticket.